Hi guys, this is Christina, the AmputeeOT. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some chores without your prosthetic. Doing chores around the house for me is pretty easy now that I have my prosthetic because I pretty much just do them the way I always did them. You might be wondering how you might do chores around the house if you don't have your prosthetic yet or if you are not able to get one. One thing that I found makes it really easy to do chores around the house is having either a wheelchair to roll around in or having something like a rolling desk chair to roll around in, because then you can utilize that chair to your advantage so that you can get around easier without your leg. Another useful thing to keep in mind is to be able to apply principles of energy conservation. Energy conservation is the idea of using your environment to conserve your energy while you're completing tasks so that you can complete them without using too much of your energy, especially if the energy that you're using is unnecessary. Vacuuming with a prosthetic is really easy, but it's not quite as easy without your prosthetic. It's a lot easier if you have something to sit on, preferably if you've got something with wheels like a wheelchair. And if you don't have a wheelchair, you can also use an office chair. Even if you don't have an office chair or a wheelchair or a chair on wheels, it's probably going to be safer if you kneeled when you vacuumed or even sat down to vacuum. What I would definitely like to encourage you to do is not be afraid to adapt your chores for your specific needs. Just because you stood up to vacuum before does not mean that you have to stand up to vacuum now. Any way that you can do it that's comfortable, that doesn't use a lot of your energy, is going to be a perfectly fine way of doing it. You might not have a vacuum exactly like mine, but the way I keep my vacuum from falling down the stairs is by hooking my arm through it while I'm vacuuming so that it doesn't get away from me. You might not be able to do this exact thing, but I would like to encourage you to use the tools that you have in your environment to keep yourself safer and to conserve energy and make things easier for you. If you're not wearing your prosthetic, kitchen tasks can seem pretty daunting because you might be wondering how you're going to do the dishes or do cooking. One easy way of conserving energy in the kitchen is to sit on some kind of stool, especially a tall stool that is more at your counter height. Alright guys, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some helpful tips on how to clean around your house when you don't have your prosthetic. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you like. I put out new videos every Wednesday. And that's all for now. See you later. Bye! A kitchen stool stool.
Fail.
I know, I tried to do it with my foot.
Okay, to be honest, this kind of looks like a amputee Cinderella kind of thing.
That's hilarious. Dude, I'm like an amputee Cinderella.